Screen test, screen test, screen test, screen test. Take two. Okay, here we go again for the fourth take. Are you recording? Okay, hello? Sound check works. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Good. We've got sound on both. We're in control. We've got a game plan. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to day 2 of my build. Now I gotta go look on the box to make sure I don't get this one wrong. I didn't even leave the box open. But I do have it right in front of me here. Newbies, I tell you. Today, guys, we are building our SCX10 2000 Jeep Cherokee 10th scale electric 4-wheel drive kit. We'll be doing this together as I've never done these before. So if you've done it before, awesome. If you've never done it before, don't be scared because I'm not. Episode 1, we featured building my axle, both my front and my rear axle. So we did this the other day. I've double checked it, triple checked it, rechecked it. Plus we had some great feedback that we got from the folks on YouTube and on Facebook and our various social platforms. Some folks told us some great tips about bearings, some screw spacings that I'm gonna need to know for my next step. But what we really wanted to make sure was that this particular one, everything moved inside, and it all does. It is all triple checked. Seems to look pretty good and pretty much matches the pictures as well. So that's always an extra bonus when they match the pictures. Hopefully we can capture a good shot of that. We're gonna be opening up bag B and building our links together. Now this is a bit of a tedious step here. So what I am actually gonna do for you guys is set it all up visually for you, put together at least one, maybe 2 sides, and then I'll build some of them off camera so you can kind of get the gist of how they go together, so that way you're not sitting here with me for the next 2 hours as I struggle through building these links. All right, guys, bag B brings us. Look at all these things. Throw that off to the side there. Bag of screws. That looks like fun to count. And a bag of these, or all these loose links here of various sizes. So we'll organize them all by size, get them all organized and set up on the table for you. We'll open up our bag of screws. These type of screws, looks like they're all kind of the same. And we'll just put that in our magnetic tray. Flathead screws, good. Got 2 of those, another one of those guys. And also got the rest of the plastic from plastic bag 1. And wow, the links do look wonderfully tedious. There are a lot of parts here. Lots of different steps that are involved in here. I've got the screws that I'm actually going to need, the different 2 sizes of links. So we'll be dealing with the 2 smallest, and then I think this was the largest one, or the second largest one. The only one that has no match to it, I guess. This one right here. Reading my instructions. Oh good, I've got a blue battery in there. Start with these little guys. I need to grab 1, 2 for each, so we'll just start with 1 at a time. I'm going to grab the little nubbin parts, calling them whatever I want. They're number 8. Perfect, I need 1. Apparently we're going to use this little thing here. I need 1, 2 for either end, and then we'll need one of these horribly small pieces right there. So we'll need 1 on this side, 1 on that side. Both pieces look similar on either side. We will screw this in. There you go, just like that. Next step is to put these plastic parts on. So it looks like they've got a little bit of threading, but I'm going to make sure that the threading stays nice and straight on it. Looks like I have to thread the plastic part first. Hence why, guys, my intention is to build one, learn from my mistakes so you can see what I've done here. Not so much my mistakes as learn my lessons as I go along. And then I'll build the rest offline or off camera, and then bring them all in for you so you can see the finished product. So a pretty cool experience for sure, having to build a truck from scratch. I'm pretty excited about it. The community out there has been wonderfully supportive, and great advice that's been out there. Aaron's Medic is the main guy of the show, and I've been lucky enough to come in here part-time. I'm usually completely busy doing a whole bunch of stuff off camera, making sure the show stays running. So Aaron and I work together as a team, and I've been lucky enough to find a kit that didn't scare me too much, and got me in front of the camera here as this nice little guest starring role on the RC Adventure Show. I'm pretty excited. So I'm sure there's probably a better way to do this, but I thoroughly enjoy the painful way some days. So I'm gonna see if I can find a better way to tighten that. Sometimes you just gotta make tools from whatever's around you. You might not have the proper tool. So it looks like we want to have it, so both of these are facing out like that, so the holes are looking towards you. Okay, and then can you see how that looks there, guys? If you can catch the light there. But there is a definite head to the top of those, and they're asking me to put them in a very particular way. So that's there. We want the axial sign up. So I did get a lot of feedback from some folks about their concern of me stripping the screws because I happen to use one of these things. I use one of these things. We have the torque turned right down, but I unfortunately have to use one of those a little bit more than the hand screwing in ones. I had a few too many good years of being a great waitress. So unfortunately, because of that, it's a little harder for me to hand tighten things all the time. So I'm not over tightening them. I've been schooled properly onto how to ensure we don't over tighten my screws. So thanks for the feedback on that one, guys. Now we're gonna move on to step 8. And step 8 is putting the links onto my front axles, it looks like. See, learning as I'm going. All right, so for this one, front axles are back again. Hello, front axles, nice to see you again. People are super happy to have girls getting their hands dirty and trying out this hobby. But it's not like it's the first time girls have gotten their hands dirty. Good heavens. Going nice and slow. Just so we can get it in there. And there we go, nice and tight down. But not to over tighten. Now, they didn't really say which one actually does need to go first or what's all going on there, but man, look at that, it friggin' moves. Awesome. My left and my right. And they're going to go in between these parts. So these are these little red caps here. I'm not sure what those exactly are called, but this is what we ended up doing off camera on the first episode when I was building the axles. This is just the one step that I didn't do. It was just a matter of putting them on the right way and screwing them on. And now we're going to put some links inside of there. I gotta tell you guys, not really a fan of the conventional means by which you guys tighten your screws, which would be the handheld ones. Not for any other reason than getting them started is just kind of a pain. But I was given the advice to start them with the machine if I need to, and then hand tighten them from there so that we don't over tighten, blah, 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 blah. And feels like I haven't had any stop going through there, so that's always a good sign. That means that I've lined it up properly and the screw is not having any problems getting through. So these are both going to take bent. So we'll use this one. I missed a step, guys. I missed to put my little nubbins in there. Oh. And we're ready to go. Hello, I'm on my links. That is done. Whew, that was exciting stuff. Okay, Well, I think I have a few pieces that I have to go pick up that I've now dropped around the shop before I forget. So let me go do that right now. All right, now that the links are built, we're going to move our way over to the shocks. Now, I did take a little time offline and pre-built 3 of the shocks already for you. 1, because they were super tedious. 2, I actually needed some help with some of those E2 clips, which my thumbs hurt. So I'm just gonna get myself a little snack here. I hope you guys don't mind. Of course you don't mind, it's my friggin' show. Nothing like a little bit of pepperoni just to kind of get you through the rest of the day. All right. I like pepperoni. Delicious. Okay, pepperoni stick, done. Water, done. I'm hydrated, I've had some food, because those last 3 shocks to build were a bit tedious, so I had to recharge my batteries. So coming with the kit, we do have the 30 weight silicone that is going to be filling our shock towers. We've got a whole bunch of O-rings and screws and plastic parts. I was using bag 2. I did use the plastic parts, and one thing that they did make sure that I noted was that I clean off the burr that's going to be used on one of the rings on the inside cap, and I'll show you how where that all goes to be assembled. I will be also utilizing my Utter Butter for these shocks as well, just to make sure all my O-rings are greased appropriately. So now that I have all my pieces out, I think we are ready to assemble this final shock. Using my very trusty and handy instructions, we are working on step 15. And for step 15, we need a little topper part, O-ring, plastic O-ring, and another little O-ring that's all gonna fit into here. That's gonna go right onto here. So you'll see in that little hole there, that's where we're gonna be shoving in those O-rings. And we'll be doing it in such a way, I'm gonna be using my needle nose pliers here. Just gonna put a little bit of grease in there. It'll keep the shock oil in the tower, keep it nice watertight, so we don't have too many issues. Now, even though Medic gave me the good tips, I'm really hoping I can remember them. And if I can't remember them all, well, I'll either have to redo it, or I'm sure somebody will let me know that I forgot a step. Okay, and per usual, let's keep those paper towels handy. So we put all the rings on, put the top on, the cap on, screw that on just like that. And then we want to put in the other little thing that will hold the shock in place. And then I want to put on this little, heck, I don't even know what that thing is, little eyelet with a little hooker thingy. I want to make sure that goes on there as well. Let me just grab a little bit more grease on that one finger there. Okay, kind of putting it in place there. Just holding on. Oh, there we go. I got it on. And how you know you got it on the little notch there, and I can turn it. So I can turn that shaft quite freely. Everyone's watching. Go on. Oh, whew, we got it on. Now, perfect. My nemesis on the other pieces, I tell you, conquered you by number 4. You're done. Okay, and then what we want to do is put the shaft inside of this, well, shock tower. And what we're gonna do is, in order to not ruin my shock shaft, I'm going to fold up a little bit of paper towel. This set here. Get it ready. And then, do I have too big of a one? Let's see if we can use the smaller one. There we go. Use the smaller one, we'll put it on, and we'll just kind of twist it around. Twisting it on, twisting it on, twisting it on. Okay, and we're right. You can almost see where the threading is over right there. Okay. Step 16, we are assembling the rest, or we're actually juicing up or greasing up or oiling up the shock. actually get the name of it for you. It'll be easier that way. I don't really see the part here. There we are. It's the aluminum, it's the aluminum reservoir that we're working on here. So it has a little ring that we wanted to use inside the lid here, because this lid is going to go on side of the shock tower. So we want to make sure and grease this up and grease this up a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit of udder butter on my finger. Pop it in there. I was told not to put too much in there, obviously, so I'm just trying to use a very tasteful amount. Again, just kind of spreading up, wiping off the top excess there. All the way down. And we'll be putting enough in here just to kind of make it near the top, but not quite near the top, gently putting it in. The objective at the end of the day is to make sure there's no air pockets in there. So I've kind of filled it not to the top, but very close to the top, because now what I want to do is I want to push my shaft through. Okay, so now we got to the top. We're at the top now. I want to pull off a bit of that excess because I don't want it to spill over. And we pull it down about halfway. So that's about half. Probably just going to add one more little doop. That's the sound for just one little drop. Doop. And so I've got my shaft pulled down halfway, and keeping it upright, I'm just going to hand tighten the lid. We are going to assemble it here, push it on, and then the collar is going to go. Just thread the collar on. There we go. And then the collar just kind of comes down on the black part here, and there we go. I have successfully made my fourth and final shock. Shocking, I tell you. Okay guys, here's my question. Now that I have all these particular parts put together, coming up we will have the transmission will be the next build. But I had a quick question, because there's a lot of feedback that I got on the transmission that I'm going to be taking in and going through, making sure that I'm making my notes as I go through. But the tires that came along with it. So I don't know if you guys are actually familiar with Pinky, and if you aren't, please see the first video and please watch our channel, because there's lots of Pinky videos that are out there. These ones aren't too bad. These are 1.9s, and I'm used to running 2.2s. These are BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, and they do feel quite lovely. Do you guys have any feedback as to, tire choices, tire preferences? Are the stock tires just fine? Knowing the terrain that we're in, we have a lot of rocks that we're in. It is typically dry. We do get the occasional dusting of mud or the occasional mud show. So for the most part, I'm kind of looking for an all-terrain tire, but what do you guys think about these ones? 1.9s or 2.2s? For this particular build? Give me your thoughts. Always important to clean up your workspace. That way, you know where you've left everything. Metal parts go in there.